Hello and welcome back. In Chapter 6, we focus on this idea of what matters makes us anxious, which is interesting because our mind doesn't always respond that way. In fact, it often does the opposite, ridiculing or belittling our anxious thoughts, as opposed to telling us that there's something that's important to us. For example, presentations. I don't like them. They make me very anxious. And yet when that anxiety shows up, my mind often responds in ways of saying things like, it's just a presentation. Why do you care what people think? Or in my parenting role, I might notice the thought, oh, it's so stupid. You know your kids are not supposed to like you all the time. And I also still might worry that they think I'm a crappy mom or they're upset with me. But if we're able to look past the judgment and tune in, often these thoughts are giant arrows pointing us in a direction of what's important to us. For example, in terms of worrying about how my children see me, it's likely because I value my parenting role as well as having an open and understanding connection with them. I'm experiencing some anxiety doing these videos right here and right now. And likely that's because I value both my integrity as well as ensuring that these videos are being truly helpful to you. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be anxious, but I do, and so discomfort is in the room. But I think it's helpful in giving us some insight into why we often avoid or run away instead of towards the things that make us anxious. If I can avoid a difficult conversation with my son, then I can at least temporarily avoid the thought or reality that he indeed thinks that I'm a crappy mom and is mad at me for the moment. It also gives us some insight as to why saying things like don't worry are so ineffective, because the stakes are just too high. We care too much not to worry. But if we can start to turn our attention and start to notice that those anxious thoughts and feelings are actually pointing us in a direction of what matters, then we can detour around that judgment and take some uncomfortable steps, but steps towards the things that truly matter. So let's see if we can pause and try this on. I'm wondering if you would be willing to think of a thought related to your teen that maybe brings up some discomfort, some anxiety. It might be something about their health, their happiness, their future relationship with you. What shows up? What do you notice? Do you notice more thoughts? Do you notice physical sensations, heaviness or tension? Do you notice a sense of familiarity? That this might be a feeling that has been there since they were born or maybe even beforehand. Can you also notice an urge to fix and make their discomfort go away? And now I'm wondering if you can also find an appreciation for that anxiety, that it's here because you care, and it's here because there's something that's of importance to you. Can you get a sense around holding that discomfort along with an appreciation that it's reminding you that it's here because you care and what that feels like? Can you notice a difference? Would you be more willing to allow it to be there? Now this week, I'm wondering if you can help your teen kind of move away from this idea of anxiety equals bad to anxiety is there because there's something of importance. And maybe it's going to be using some of that language of, I noticed that you're feeling anxious about whatever that might be. And I'm wondering if it's because something's important to you. I'm also going to encourage you to notice any urge to fix it, try to make it go away, or to say, don't worry. And if you can have some appreciation that that discomfort is there because you care so much about your child and your role as a parent. And maybe just let it be there. So again, I always thank you for tuning in and for taking these moments but doing something that matters to you. And until next time.